Courtside in the field house, Charlie Chitwood here, Jason Burton, head coach of the Lion women. And Coach, I guess it is true, all good things must come to an end. It just came to an end a little bit sooner than anybody would have wanted. No shame in 25-1 when there's still games and championships ahead.
Man, there's a lot of basketball left. There's a lot of basketball, and you know we played really, really well. And I will take the effort that our team had every time. You know, we didn't make shots. It was one of those days that we had good looks and the ball didn't fall in the bucket. But I mean, you look at the box score, and it's hard to see how you don't win that game. We doubled them up in shots.
13 more rebounds.
34 shots.
6 fewer turnovers.
To 68 shots. I mean, we had 24 offensive rebounds, and our turnover margin was +6. So, I mean, I'm going to take that every single time. And, you know, at the end of the game, we had exactly the look that we wanted to get. We got Michael Burleson going to the basket and a layup attempt, and she missed it, but she played her tail off. And so nobody can fault that shot because we were missing shots all game. You look throughout the game and say, well, we could have hit that shot, we could have hit that shot. But that's what you ask for. You put yourself in position at the end of the game versus a really good team to be able to win the game. And we were there.
Coach, you go into this in a huge contest like that, and you think, just play like you've been here before. Play like you've been in this big game before. They haven't had many big games before like this.
Oh, we haven't.
But they've certainly got a very strong one to look back on as this season moves forward into the Lone Star and then the NCAA tournament.
Oh, you got so much to learn from this game. One, and the biggest lesson they're going to take away from this is the feeling that they have right now, the hurt and the pain that they feel right now because they're hurting right now. They're hurting because they worked their tail off, and I know they wanted a perfect season, but at the end of the day, we want a chance to win conference, and we want a chance to compete for a national championship. And the body of work that we've done this year, we put ourselves in position to do that. And, you know, we still – one more win. We go pick up a win on the road. We clinch the #1 seed. And then from there, you go into Frisco, and you're able to learn from this game, and you're able to put yourself in position to play for a conference tournament championship. And after that, we can play more games at home. And the crowd was so – electric. In the fourth quarter, man, this place was on their feet. They were loud. I've seen some of the most impressive women's basketball atmospheres that I've seen since I've been on the women's side here this year. And so it's going to be such a huge home court advantage if we can get this thing. When we get this thing, the NCAA tournament here, it's going to be a huge home court advantage for us. And so, you know, we're able to refocus from this. We got to get some people healthy, and then we'll be back ready to go. But I'm proud of our girls. I'm proud of the effort. I'm proud of our seniors. I'm proud of our entire team of how they played today.
Coach, let's go back. Nuts and bolts. West Texas opens the game up on a 10-0 run.
Yeah, and you know, our defense wasn't where it needed to be, but we got good looks. Every single time down the floor, we got good looks. I thought Alexis Jones had some good looks from three. We had some good shots in the paint. The shots didn't fall. And when the first 5 minutes of the game, you're getting good looks and the shots don't fall, I think that does a little bit something to your confidence a little bit. But the thing is, we showed resolve right there. You know, we know how good of a team West Texas A&M is. And for us to battle back from down 10, I mean, 10-0 on your floor, it's
a 9-3 run wasn't a bad way to start.
And then you figure out, hey, let's get back to being who we are. And it doesn't matter who we play. They came back and they figured it out. And once that first basket went in, it was like a sigh of relief. Like, okay, now we can play. And then, you know, it took us out of what we want to do as far as our full court defense and really being under pressure up in the full court. And, you know, when you get a score, you can set some things up. Or when you get to the free throw line, you can set some things up and guard them a little bit differently. And then we started to get into a rhythm. And so, you know, I said, we're not going to have too many games where we just don't shoot the ball like that. But I give West Texas a lot of credit. They had their good defensive scheme. They knew our zone plays, but I still thought, you know, we got good shots. We crashed the boards, and when we missed, we were able to get second chance shots. We just didn't finish enough of those second chance shots.
Second half of the game, you come out of the locker room, you fought hard to tie it up.
Yeah, we did.
Just before halftime, and then West Texas starts off on a little 5-6-0 run.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Walker was talking to me about. It's like you go back and you look at this film and you see. Look at the first 5 minutes. Look at the score, what the first 5 minutes was of every quarter. And we just didn't come out of quarters starting out like we needed to. So we're constantly playing catch-up. And, you know, that hurt us in the end. We didn't play well enough early enough in quarters, early enough in halves, and we were constantly playing catch-up. And you're down 1 in that last possession, and you're playing catch up, and that last bucket didn't fall for us like we needed to.
Well, when it did count, down 51-44 with 4:55 to go in the game. Your Lion women went on that would have make that, an 11-0 run, I believe?
Yeah.
And took the lead ahead by 4 late. Those 2 baskets to get the lead and then to extend the lead, I think they're going to have to check for leaks on the top of this roof because the crowd went nuts.
Like I said, it was crazy in here. We had all the momentum, and this place was electric. And they made some big shots. They finished like they needed to. But I'll take our effort. I'll take this effort every single time. Like, we played championship basketball today. We got to cut back on some turnovers. We had too many turnovers today. But aside from that, the quality of shots that we took good shots. I would have liked to see us be a little bit more aggressive. I thought we turned down some shots that we normally knock down. And Shania is one of those players. Not having her, she's going to shoot that thing. She's going to play with confidence. And it's not that we didn't still get good shots. It's just that, man, I thought we got to have a little bit more aggressive mentality offensively. I thought Michael and Matto and Deani, I thought we got some open looks from 3 that we didn't necessarily take. And I think that, they're trying so hard to settle out to doing what I'm asking them to do, because I'm like, hey, when we get to the paint, we get good things. But when you get an inside out, you got to knock down those shots. And there was just some shots that I thought we were a little bit too unselfish, and you gotta make some plays down the stretch. But we'll address that. We'll fix it, and we'll be better for this game.
Deani Robinson tied with Alexis Jones for the team lead in scoring. That freshman of yours just might be looking at some hardware here towards the end of the year too, don't you think?
Yeah, we got 2 special freshmen that have not played like freshmen this entire year. Just the way that Deani's playing, the way that Desiree Colonel's playing. I probably, look back and probably should have said, man, Deani, the way she was scoring, you probably have her on the floor at the end of the game. But I went with my seniors on senior night and their last regular season game in the field house. It's not like they weren't playing well, because they were playing really well. But Deani really had a spectacular game today. We're going to need those 2 freshmen to really play well for us down the stretch.
All right, Coach. So I guess now you got a coach like you've been here before. Just had a long winning streak snap, and now you got to regroup and get ready to go out on the road again.
Yeah, we do. We do. We got to regroup, but it's good for you. You learn something in this loss, and you go on the road. You finish the regular season strong. You try to find a way to get to 27-1. Just find a way to win at this point. This late in the season, you find a way to win. I don't care if it's by 1 point or if it's by 30 points. You find a way to win, and we just got to get into that survive and advance mode right now.
All right, Coach. Well, survive and advance. Let's do it again. Folks, Jason Burton, head coach of the A&M Commerce Lion women. They don't have it yet, but they're going to grab that Lone Star Conference #1 seed here in a minute.
Yes, we will.
We'll take a break, come back, flip it over to the men's game on your station, 88.9 KETR, the home of the Lion Sports Network.